Well, it's understood the deal would see the release of about 50 hostages. Most of them would be women and children, as well as some foreigners. In exchange, 150 Palestinian prisoners held by Israel would be freed, and there would be a 4 or 5 day ceasefire allowing aid into Gaza.
I believe we are in decisive moments, and we are hopeful for this temporary pause that would stop the aggression for some days, deliver aid and swap civilians, women and children, for women and children in the occupation's prisons.
Well, for now, fighting on the ground rages on. The IDF says it's widened its operations in the north, where Israeli troops have surrounded Gaza's biggest refugee camp. It's also released images of what it says is a Hamas tunnel under the Al-Shifa hospital. Israel's Prime Minister has warned any deal with the militant group will not affect their war effort.
Outside, there is a lot of nonsense talk, as if after we cease fire for the release of the hostages, we will stop the war. So I would like to clarify, we are at war and we will continue to fight until we reach all our goals. We will not let go until we reach the absolute victory and until we bring them all back.
The War Cabinet and the broader Netanyahu government is meeting as we speak in Tel Aviv. They're not saying anything publicly about this deal, but they are leaking privately to Israeli media, and it's been broadly reported in the Israeli media that the terms of the deal that's being negotiated are that around 50 women and children hostages will be released. That's the proposal, in exchange for around 150 Palestinian women and children. There'll be a ceasefire under the proposed deal that'll go for 4 to 5 days, which could be extended if more hostages are being released. Now, the issue of Palestinian prisoners being released is possibly the only thing that's causing some dissent within the broader Netanyahu government. Ben Gvir, his ultra-conservative, ultra-nationalist ally, says he's opposed to this deal if it involves the release of any Palestinian prisoners. One of the few people who's actually speaking at all about this is the US President Joe Biden.
We're now very close, very close. We could bring some of these hostages home very soon. But I don't want to get into the details of things because nothing is done until it's done.
So US President Joe Biden there, Adam, I guess it's just a waiting game now, whether there's possibly any news tonight, your time, but it seems to be some deal is very, very close.
That's right. These negotiations have been going on for weeks now in Qatar between the US and the Qataris, who are negotiating on behalf of the Israelis and Hamas. I suppose the reason people aren't talking is that they're worried about jeopardising the deal, and when you're dealing with a group like Hamas, things could change at any moment.